Hey, my name is Turbo.
Boy, ain't no
If
way,
you
bro.
like what you see on Browns channel, please don't be afraid to donate to the channel from 50.
I want that. I don't want that. I want that. I don't. All right, we good. We good now. We good. Can anybody hear me? How's the vibes going? Real quick. Let me see what's up in the chat. Real quick. Okay, so we straight so far. We straight. How's my voice sound? I know it's been a while right here, but shit, we back at it over here. Back at it. Okay, so we about to hop into it real quick. I had came across, and don't worry. First of all, let me come correct. Shouts out to all the supporters, especially on the Patreon. I appreciate y'all for definitely supporting me from day one. Much love for y'all. Much love for y'all who's stopping by or who's going to watch the replay of this right here. That means love for real. Let me show my face real quick, see if it don't lag. We good. Appreciate it. But like I was saying, I appreciate all that for real. And we definitely going to talk about T.I. and his son King for another time. I got y'all with that. But this came across my timeline, my news feed when I was out and about today, and I would definitely want to speak about it. This guy, Point and Shoot, I just have found him today, and I subscribe to him because for educational purposes. And this is it right here. He is one. Y'all remember those times when we was breaking down no jumper and doing the nonverbal cues and all that, right? So he's doing not that, but he's doing his analysis on situations. And I came across this one right here. I think it's like a day old. And this is with Sharp. We don't really watch no jumper like that no more. I don't, unless it's like some highlights on X or Instagram, or if y'all send it to me. But come to find out, Sharp had interviewed Trap Lord Ross. Trap Lord Ross is the guy who be making the documentaries, who has said that King Von was a serial killer and everybody felt some type of way about it. Now we're gonna keep this thing fair on both sides now. Ain't no favorites over here. We ain't being biased. We being logic. We using logic over here. Now, enough talking with me. I'm just go ahead and play this real quick because I definitely want y'all to check out his commentating. But let's go.
Talk about. So Trap Lord Ross came on the news as a guest, and I'm sure you guys know who Trap Lord Ross is. He's the British guy that makes YouTube documentaries about drill rappers and stuff. He made the King Von documentary. Anyway, so he's famous now because of all of his documentaries. So now he's a guest on No Jumper News, and these people should be like hailing him and thanking him for coming on. But instead, what ended up happening was Sharp started pressing, and Hellcat. Sharp and Hellcat started pressing Trap Lord Ross, and they tried to like put him on the hot seat and like grill him about his culture vultureness and his white privilege and stuff. So Sharp and Hellcat are going to press Trap Lord Ross, and then Trap Lord Ross just easily retorts and just effortlessly destroys them. And when he does that, they just sit there, Sharp and Hellcat, they get owned. It's almost like a deer in headlights. Like they can't even talk. They're so stifled. And then Sharp's just like staring off into space because he knows the Reddit was going to pick this one up. He knew the sheriff was going to get involved at some point.
We're going to stop right there on the sheriff and Reddit and all that. Okay, first of all, the guy who's already commentating, Trap Lord Ross is from UK. We already know that. He's from there, or Poland, but I think UK mostly. I remember a long time ago on the live, I had played a clip of him where he had rented out a Bentley or a Rolls Royce, I think. And he was in the back seat. He parked it at some McDonald's parking lot. And he was like, okay, we got the curtains right here. So I got my chopper, you know what I'm saying, pulling up. He was just imitating what he was listening to. This is way before he done got big on the documentaries and everything. Now, the guy who's commentating, I haven't seen his face, but just hearing how he sounds, it sounds like he's from, who knows, the Europe side. He might be American, who knows, but just, come on, we all judge. And when I say judge, not even in a positive or negative way, it could be both or however, but we make prejudging decisions for survival. but we already hear how this is. What's up, Mick? What's up, Mrs. Parker? Yeah, UK, appreciate that. Yeah, everybody, yeah, we doing good. We doing very, very good. Real. Shouldn't it be flattering when someone gets into the culture? That's a good question right there, face to the screen. And I was about to say, that's for a whole nother time right there. See, I'm not gonna be on that live talking about culture this, culture that, because I know a long time ago I was talking about manufactured culture. Because to be real, the definition of culture, from verbatim what I'm saying, I could look it up, but it's having a solution to a problem. So with this manufactured culture that we have right now, what solution is it causing? Like, what solution is it creating to the problem we have? Besides getting somebody who's from Section 8 or from, a poverty area and giving them and their family money, but it's still chaos at the end of it. But that's for a whole nother time right there. Is it cool? Like Apple, like how they say I got an iPhone on it. They say Apple's a cult and everything. Yeah, cult. Good thing, but we're gonna keep it going, though. Hear him out.
He was already concerned. You can see it in his stupid look at it. Look at the expression on this insane clown posse's face. He knew he fucked up. So let's go to this first clip. This is going to be Sharp opening up the show with him talking about his clothes and how Trap Lord Ross loved his clothes. And what was really going on is Trap Lord Ross was making fun of him and trolling him. And I think this is important because it sets the vibe for how these two are going to interact for the remainder of the show.
Yeah, no, Trap Lord, he was talking about he liked my clothes. He said, man, he liked my swag, right? You were saying that.
I was just saying, man, I feel like you just got like the eye for fashion. Like for me, I feel like it take me hours to put together like a nice outfit like you got, man. It's like head to toe on point.
Appreciate you. But I think it's because I really come from the streets. I done really been around different fashion senses and see how, everybody's dressing. That's probably why it doesn't take me too long. It's easy for me to get that shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Sharp doesn't understand how zesty he's dressed. That's what's the...
Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Commentator, you said zesty. And I'm gonna let him rock out real quick. Come on.
That's the problem. That's really what I need you guys to understand, is that Sharp is unaware. He's out of touch with reality. I mean, look at this haircut. Look at this outfit. I mean, this is what he thinks is like top notch. Look.
All right. Show your face. And this is where this is the thin line when I talk about. So I know about academics. Y'all know academics is, a BBW. Okay. Yeah, no, even his supporters or his chat niggas in the comments, they be cracking jokes every time he posts something. He'd be like, let's say if it's a rapper that did a drive-by allegedly, and they'll be like, this is academics when he go to McDonald's and they found out they had a McDoubles, or you know what I'm saying? And like he had another one where it was, I think, what was his name? FBG Butter from Chicago. Those of y'all don't know, that is an affiliate of a rapper, Little J. But long story short, it was a time where FBG Butter got arrested in front of his daughter, and he was crying, and people was like, oh, this is academics when he found out they ran out of sauce for the McNuggets. They roasting. So, but at least I have to give it to academics. He shows his face, though. He shows his face. Yeah, I know I show my face too. Like, come on. But the way that you describe that about Sharp right there, and you talk about his haircut, okay. When you meant out of touch, I almost I kind of agree with a little thing, because it's like, remember that live with Sharp did with Big Church, and he was like a digital P, and Sharp was like, no, you got to keep it old school and all that. I could understand it if you meant it in that context, but you talking about something totally different. And when you mean out of touch, this is where we have to start looking and be like, where's your face? We got to show your face. You know what I'm saying? We got to show what you about. Pause. Pause. Stand up, turn around, see if you don't look too crazy. But I digress. You over there, it's so easy when you in your man cave and you just do your analysis and all that, because we kind of do it over here. But here's the difference between me and many others, as opposed to these YouTuber goons, even academics at times. But academics sometimes go out, but you know how he move. But the thing I'm trying to say is, I had to give it to Trap Lord Ross, though. But that's a different story about how he show up. Because what I'm trying to say is that these low end or medium size commentators, y'all have a lack of social interactions in real life. So it's easy to get loose off the mouth on certain things, and you don't mirror it on yourself. You talk real confident when you in your man cave doing your stuff. I get it. You making your money on the internet, but you be stuttering when the girl who do Uber Eats drop off your McDonald's at your front porch. Thank you. You know, you get what I'm saying? That's why I'm kind of feeling right here, but we're going to rock out though. We're going to keep rocking out.
Look at how stupid he looks. Anyway, so Trap Lord Ross is like, oh man, you got such good fashion. And Sharp's like, yeah, I learned how to dress because I'm from the streets. And you know, he's such an idiot. And so Sharp looks atrocious. He looks like he looks like Jafar. Or no. He looks like Scar.
And this dude doing some Disney damn references. I can't even trip off that because, you know, we do the SpongeBob references and everything. The oh, brother. But he's trying to cook, but it's not hitting like that. And it's not because I'm putting up for Sharp. Nope. Sharp is in the hot seat too, but it's kind of hitting, but it's not hitting too much. You know, a little chuckle. That's what I say.
R from the Lion King. That's who it actually looks like. So Scar's going to start tearing into. Actually, wait, no. This is where Hellcat gets involved. Okay, so Hellcat's literally a nobody. She's a random person that sat in on an interview one time that she wasn't even being interviewed. She sat in, and then I think she sat in. She might have not even been on camera. I don't care enough to research that, to be honest. But I do know that Flakko's the one who asked her to come back. So Flakko hired her essentially to No Jumper. Poetik Flakko is the reason for her being on No Jumper. And so she brings up the fact that Sharp doesn't like Trap Lord Ross.
How does that make you feel that Sharp don't respect your craft?
So she's very cowardly and very weasel-like, very lizard-like. So she's going to put it all on Sharp, and she's going to press Trap Lord Ross vicariously through Sharp.
You know, Sharp and them don't respect.
Is it vicariously or vicariously? I thought it was vicariously. But here's the thing. Certain things he's saying is true with how I let it rock out. Hold on.
What you do, because
I respect you as a man, because I don't know, you could be a good family man. You could take care of a lot of business in your actual life. And I applaud you for that. Mm-hmm. But I just kind of find it hard that, you know, motherfuckers that ain't never really like been in street politics or ever like really got outside and seen what's going on to make some of these in-depth documentaries is wild. Mm. He ain't never came from that shit. He don't even know what that shit feel like. Boy, that shit full of a lot of pain, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? A lot of sorrow. Let that man sleep. Why go throwing alarm clocks in graveyards? I hate that shit.
Wow. So did you hear that? He says, let him sleep. Let him sleep. Stop throwing alarm clocks in graveyards. I hate that shit. What the fuck was that?
I ain't gonna lie. His voice impression about Sharp was kind of funny. That was a little, it was on point because I can't even do it. And I'm not even gonna try. Not now. But what I'm saying is that when he mentioned that Hellcat on the left is kind of starting the conversation by saying, so what do you think? Sharp thinks you a culture vulture or whatever she has said. He's right about that. Yeah, she's kind of like trying to, you know, put him on the front line. I don't know if it was intentional. I don't know if they had agreed on doing that. Who knows? But I think that it's true on what he's saying on certain things about her, but it's like, this is where we have to draw the line at. It's like, it's easy for you to speak clearly and have your opinion about her or him, but due to the lack of social interactions that you have in the real world, we know you're not going to do that in person. And I'm not saying you're not going to do that in person because they're going to whoop your ass. No, hell no. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying because you're nervous and you're anxious. You don't show your face. You don't go out. What they say, touch grass. And that is a real problem. I didn't know it was that much of a problem because I cracked it on academics, but I'm starting to realize that, especially with the VR chat and all that, and that's for future reference. I'm about to get a Oculus 2, you know, so you about to do some VR. Yeah, it's about to get lit. But the difference between him and these others and me, I touch grass. I go outside. I communicate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we're going to keep it going, though. We're going to keep it going. I hope y'all see what I'm saying.
That was not a bar. That was fucking stupid as fuck.
It's not that I don't respect his craft. I don't respect what he's putting out.
So Sharp has no right to speak on the streets at all. He's not from the streets. He's not from a hood, from any city.
Whoa, slow that shit.
From anywhere. He's not in politics at all. He doesn't have any right to speak on the streets at all. He's a former bum. He is a
It's slow. See, this is where we got to slow it all the way down. DJ, stop. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, no, real talk. Yo, hold on real quick. Yo, let me run that back real quick. I'm trying to figure out so I can hear what you said. Gotta run that back real quick because this is where the craziness comes in.
I don't respect his craft. I don't respect what he's putting out.
So Sharp has no right to speak on the streets at all. He's not from the streets. He's not from a hood, from any city, from anywhere. He's not in politics at all. He doesn't have any right to speak on the streets at all. He's a former bum. He is a former boyfriend pimping, cigarette rolling, fucking weird guy. Okay, from Nevada somewhere. And so for Sharp.
Hey, hold on. So it's like, I feel what you're saying too. This is the point. You know how they be like, don't judge the character. If the message is good, go with it. I agree with that. I do agree with that to a certain extent though, because it's like, we got to slow it down because he might be hitting on the head with certain things. Okay. But the fact that you saying that Sharp is not street, Sharp is not politics. I'm not saying Sharp is street or not, but if I had to make a decision, I will have to point the finger more at Sharp than the person who's commentating point and shoot. That's his name, point and shoot. Because point and shoot, and you try to roast saying that he's from Nevada, like, and you call him a bum too. And it's like, whoa, slow that all the way down. This is where the chat niggas, the YouTube goons, the mom basement or the man cave, or you staying at your girlfriend's house and she paying rent and you just trying to come up on the ground with this YouTube money. You got to slow that all the way down, buddy, because you talking kind of crazy. Like you, just because you watch some videos and do some research and been on them Reddit community forums, you don't know the ins and outs of what be going on. As opposed, I said a long time ago, don't ask me nothing about gangbanging because I don't know ish about it. I don't gangbang. I just be I'll be straight up real and honest. I don't know nothing about gangbanging, throwing up. That's not how I've been, raised. So I just shut my mouth up, and whoever affiliated or gang, I just let them talk. I'm all ears. That's what I'm saying. So point and shoot, you kind of talking real crazy right here. Like you just like trying to read it like a book, and it don't go like that. It don't work like that at all. But we're gonna keep going, though. Let me check the comments out. First of all, shouts out to you, Josiah. Shouts out to you, Smitty, Brian, and Mech, and Face to the Screen. He said earlier, zesty, he think it was a Greek word for hot, and you calling him hot. So I got to look that up later on for real. And he said, Grump, I know that's your man's, but Sharp ain't that nigga. He cool, but Sharp side hiding. See, listen, I feel what you're saying. We got to keep it fair. Like, Sharp did come on our channel one time and went live with us. Shouts out to him for that. But we got to call him out on his bull, So I'll say this. If he said that Trap Lord Ross on the right, who's sitting down with the shades on, and I have to give credit where it's due, even though I'm not a fan or favorite Trap Lord Ross, his journalism or his team or production on documentaries, it's on point. We have to give credit where it's due. Let's go ahead and put the damn stamp on that. That is some good work right there. Now I'm gonna leave it like that. But Sharp, you can't be saying culture vulture this and that, and you work under Adam for like 2.5 years. We got to keep that shit all the way real. You know what I'm saying? We can't be, two-faced or double-minded with it. We got to keep it all the way 1,000. Whether you're a barber getting, a free agent or a freelancer, you still up under, no jumper. So keep that all the way 100. Now, anyone know this real Certified Street? Not like, yeah, Mrs. Park, I see what you said. I read your comment right there. Like, no, I'm not saying that. But from point and shoot, I think certain people, especially with the guys, put it this way. Remember where we used to be doing these series with academics and the guys who are like academics, and they be talking about, man, she's a whore. Oh, she's a 5. She's a 6.
To act like he's this tough guy and stuff. Only when.
My bad. It kept playing. But he'd be like, she's a 5. She's a 6. She's a whore, this and that. And it's like, hold on, bro. You can't even see your dick when you stand up. You fat stomach, pause. But I'm just saying, like, you can't talk too crazy about a girl and you looking like a sack of potatoes and you built like a grandma's refrigerator. A freezer in her basement type stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. Keep it fair right there. Keep it fair. So point and shoot, even though some of the things you're saying is on point, you gotta chill. You gotta chill because Trap Lil Ross ain't on there talking crazy like how you talking, and he put in way more work with that. So let me go with the other comments. We got Handyman Long. We got Point and Shoot, just an extension of Trap Lil Ross. I won't even say extension because Trap Lil Ross have quality behind his stuff. I gotta give it to the quality behind his documentaries with Young Boy and King Von, and there's a couple of other ones I can't call. All them K is lame. I used to like No Jumper, now I can't. Then yeah, see, that's the point. No Jumper been from the get-go. I say when AD started trying to play street and trying to play corporation at the same time, that was a problem with me. Y'all remember when AD had when Milk Dud 74, that white boy who had been a Hoover, a gangbanger, and he wanted to fight Adam, and he pulled up to the No Jumper podcast, and who opened the gate? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you call Samuel L. Jackson from that movie Django? But yeah, AD opened the gate like that and had a strap on him. And instead of him getting bucked with Milk Dud 74, he got bucked with the cameraman, which was another black man. We're going to talk about that for another time. But that's why I was like, whoa, slow this down. Slow this all the way down right here. Like, it's the mindset behind it. It's like you can't be on the fence no more. The fence riding is over with. It's 2023. Last year and all through this year, we was just like raising that fence up and people was falling off on it. And people been looking crazy. Yeah, Sharp don't need no speak on Chicago slang rappers. TLR, he spoke to some very pivotal people in Chicago, and he explained his stance. Chicago respected it. So should Sharp even be speaking on Chicago? See, we didn't get to that yet. I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna keep on playing. I'm shut up.
When this Trap Lil Ross is around, why doesn't he talk about the streets and stuff when there's gangsters around? That doesn't make any sense. It's almost like he's a little bitch, and he really has no business telling Trap Lil Ross what he can and cannot cover.
And you calling him a B word? See, okay.
Sharp isn't from the streets either. Can we corroborate any? I mean, Sharp just says, "Yeah, I'm from the streets, homie," and everyone goes, "Oh, wow, yeah, he's from." Yeah, that's all we get. We don't. There's no way of corroborating any of that. So to me, Sharp gives me like fucking soft, never been in the streets at all vibe. Okay, and I just want to point that out. Also, Sharp says that Trap Lil Ross shouldn't make videos on things that he has nothing to do with. Meanwhile, Sharp has this super passionate opinion about all this shit that has nothing to do with him. Sharp's not from Chicago. Sharp never knew King Von, wasn't affected by King Von's death. Sharp's just a fan. Just like Trap Lil Ross, a fan. So Hellcat knows that Sharp doesn't like Trap Lil Ross, and so she starts fanning the flames a little bit by bringing it up. And she knows that Sharp doesn't like him because of this interview that came out where Sharp interviewed this fucking dump truck on the Sharp Tank. And on this show, late in the show, they started really blasting Trap Lil Ross. I'm going to play that clip.
And this is where Buddy is wilding out because hold on. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, Sharp is trying to stick up for the NBA Young Boys and King Von and all that. And to be real, he's not from Chicago. So is Point and Shoot, the YouTuber on here. He's not from Chicago as well. Even Trap Lil Ross. But so I get what he's saying on that, but it's just the way that he reads it off. Like you can't. Sharp is not from the streets. A Sharp never been to Sharp is a bum. Sharp is like it's like whoa. Have you been in the streets? And like like that's why I'm looking at it because I don't know. He says it. I just go off the word. I could look at the vibe like oh, okay, I see dip and dap here and there. But the fact that he trying to put his knee and elbow and try to stand 10 on it, like you really like. 1,000% trying to call him a cornball, and this is the problem we had with academics where he was going at those so-called gangster rappers, and he was talking about, oh, you ain't da-da-da, I'll pull up da-da-da, you ain't gonna do nothing, and then he'd be like, I'm a law-abiding citizen, I'm a civilian, this and that. It's like, okay, that is true, but don't be talking too crazy like that because you got that behind you. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm trying to go at. Okay, she break the beak weave back on her head. That perk. Let's go.
Nigga did that King Von documentary. That's all he used was tweets. Von was that heavy on Twitter.
I think that was Trap Lord
yeah,
Ross.
The one with the small head, the funny looking one, Harry Potter.
Yeah, Trap Lord Ross did that.
But
And we got to keep it fair. We got to keep it fair. Her username is DontCallMeWhiteGirl. I don't, people in the chat, what is her real name, please? The one on the far right side, because I remember her from $1 Billion Podcast with Gilly the Kid and his cousin who been locked up, and it looked like she got respect 3 sizes bigger. And we have to keep it fair. This is what I talk about with academics, the ones who stand up and they can't see their damn manhood because of they, excessive stuff in the way. We got to keep it fair. You can't just off the rip, oh, the funny looking dude, the Harry Potter dude, because let's see.
Not a huge fan of Traveler Ross. Just don't like it. Some of this culture vulture shit irritates me.
I don't fuck with that because I feel like Traveler Ross is just another fucking fan watching from behind the scenes, and he took something and he capitalized off of it. I'm not with, especially something that ain't got nothing to do with him.
Yo, you not
that
even
nigga ain't
from
never
here.
even been. He ain't never even been through even a piece of that shit.
Bro, they gangsters over there. Why don't he fuck with them niggas over there? Them niggas be street niggas over there.
Ross, man, hey, I'm gonna be real with you, nigga. Shame on you, nigga.
Shame on you, bitch ass nigga.
Because I'm gonna be real.
Fuck
You
that
might
nigga.
have, to be real. He was.
All right, now see, this is where I keep on telling my people about talking crazy like this. F this nigga, da nigga, this and that. Okay, so it's all fun and games till the white boy call y'all a nigga. Now people coochie hurt, people butt hurt. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, and I'm speaking on both sides, both genders. We gotta, that's why I'm saying when people talk crazy and you get crazy talk back to you, don't fold up in the fetal position or, because we got to police how we be speaking, honestly. And I'm just being real with it. I'm not saying like we just definitely gotta, like, for real, like, do we hear how we be talking and sounding in public? You know how many videos I see on X, Twitter, and it's just one black dude and he around like a whole bunch of white dudes or Asians, Hispanics. He'd be like, oh, fuck you, nigga, fuck you, that. And then once they hit him with that word, now he want to swing or, shoot up everybody and stuff. This is a problem right here. This is a mental problem with I'm putting myself included in it. I mean, I don't talk crazy like this at all in public. I'm just saying, this is something that the elephant in the room we have to address for real. And Sharp and Don't Call Me White Girl, like, why you name yourself that? Like, I don't know the background story about it. I've still got to know what her real name is. Help me out in the chat, please. But y'all can't be talking this crazy like that and y'all under no jumper, and no jumper is Adam 22. What is up with the cognitive dissonance right here? The delusion. Sharp, you like stop that. Like, for real, stop it. Stop it. This has to, we gotta police how we talk. We gotta police how we, I'm not trying to say become a English professor or speak in, all types of high vocabulary like TI expeditiously, according to my calculations. No, don't speak. I'm just saying, just police how you be talking, man, because it sounds crazy. It sounds trashy. It's tacky and it's terroristic. Shouts out to Neely Fuller Jr. 3 T's. You know how embarrassing and secondhand embarrassing that is for real? Like, you in Publix, you in places like these high value, like 5-star restaurants or something, and once you act a fool, you start cussing worse than a dang sailor. And then when somebody question you about it, like, well, motherfucker, that's how I talk right here. You got a problem with this? Nobody want to deal with that. I'm speaking on both sides. Like, for real, police that is really disgusting. Like, you could do that at your home, you could do it at cookouts or whatever, but out in public, like, there be kids around and stuff. You be like, oh, kids, oh, da. How one-track minded that is right there. Seriously, but we're gonna keep going though. I had to speak about that because that is a problem. That is an illness. Oh shit.
Some whole shit, because if you really look at the
He's
shit,
a whore, nigga.
You put some shit together that you really don't even know nothing really about.
You don't know shit, nigga.
You gathered all your information off a line, and some niggas that claim they knew, like, you try to paint Von nigga as like any
a
of these
demon.
people.
All right, so as you can see, Sharp hates Trap Lord Ross. He's
Okay. So yeah, the cash app is still the same. If y'all can see, it's Terrence LaShawn. I appreciate the value for value. Right now, I'm gonna put it in the chat though, because I definitely, what I'm saying, $1 will help me out. $1 will definitely help keep this electricity going on over here. But just hearing how they talk, and I'm not even. It's not okay. If the N word, okay, it's in rap songs. It's all around. You even got people who are white people call each other that now. It's all saturated. I'm being serious. This is an elephant in the room we addressing right here. So Sharp and Don't Call Me White Girl, like what is she kills me with that name. Oh my gosh. But y'all talking like this, and you calling Trap Lord Ross that and all that, and you just gonna think they're gonna filter that out their head or something. It's like subconsciously that you putting it in. Let me read the comments right here. Neely Fuller Jr. grump on it. He even said blacks shouldn't even be in the presence of one another because we're gonna fight. See, shouts out to Handyman. Those y'all don't know, Neely Fuller Jr., the code book right there. That shouts out to Mo Facts for definitely. I kind of put him on, but he put me on Neely a while back. But I put him on again though with it. But that code book I got, that is very powerful right there because that is true. Bumping into each other, showing off. Non-white, black, like really showing up. So what do we do when we get together? We stare at each other, crack jokes, unintentional, and then it becomes intentional. And then one of us get offended, and then we want to fight, shoot, show off by killing each other. It just keeps on the cycle go. And I'm just saying, like that right there. That's why he said no name calling. Yeah, definitely. He said no name calling. And I know it sounds corny, but honestly, if you're trying to be effective, the name calling should be at like none. Why you want to name call somebody, insult their character and all that, especially when we dealing with the prison. That's for a whole nother live right there. I hate to be the real white boy in the room, not really, but that N-word is whack. Grump is right. Language matters. See, here's the thing though. Damn, I forgot. I gotta put the Cash App in the chat. But damn, that's crazy that some of y'all in the chat know about Neely Fuller right there. Because it's logical. It's very logical. Those y'all don't know, I had to drop the link with Neely Fuller Jr. with his talks. I even called in on one of the podcasts, the shows, because it speaks a lot. Brian says in California, Northern Cali to be exact, it's common to come across a white boy saying, I guess if you grew up in SF in Oakland, they have a past, don't condone it, but I find it weird. See, that's what I'm saying, Brian. What area we even had with the rapper V Nasty. V Nasty was from Cali. Gucci Man did a mixtape with her. It was a white girl where she was just saying nigga this, nigga that, and everybody was cool with it. And then she had some non-white, some blacks around and talk about, yeah, she with us, man. Anybody got a problem with it, we gonna pull up on y'all. You know what I'm saying? We ain't playing this and that. It's weird on y'all watched that Dave Chappelle Comedy Central skit a long time ago where he was blonde and he thought he was white. And he was I remember he had pulled up to this convertible car. It was like four white boys in the car, and it was playing hip hop. He was like, "Turn off that damn music, that jigaboo, da da da," and calling them the N word and all that. And he pulled off, and the white boys was like, "Did he just call us N word?" He was like, "Yeah," and they shook hands like, "Yeah, dude, totally this and that." See, today's society is different. We gotta be real with it. And I know this is kind of uncomfortable. I know it's the elephant in the room, but we have to address it because, like, we can't act like it's going unnoticed and everything. Oh, Josiah, shouts out to Mo for doing that. For real. Yeah, exactly. And then here's another thing because I listened to one, I say this and I play it real quick. It was one podcast where Neely Fuller was talking about how he was deployed in Asia in the military, Air Force, I think. And one of the callers asked him, said, did they ever call you the N-word? He was like, yeah. And he was like, how do you react? Do you fight or something? He was like, I didn't respond. I didn't even I gotta send a link to that because it's like a push button remote. Like this, do you want to be somebody attack dog? Do you want somebody to say one word to make you act up and crash your whole life out? Is that logical? I ain't gonna lie, I'm not innocent. Way back then, I used to put hands and feet on, with situations like this. Real talk. I know y'all gonna be leaving off this show like, oh, you go this BS. But I'm just saying, like, do you want to be an attack dog for somebody? Do you want somebody to you having a good mood, you on a good state, you choose to how to react to certain things, and somebody say one word to you and they just straight wow, you just crash everything that's going for you. Now that's for another time, man. That's for another time. Let's go.
He's really jealous and envious of him. And who the fuck is this? This looks like the girl that pulled up on Smoke
Cause see, I ate twice before I came.
God damn!
I want to direct your attention up to her forehead. Her wig is not on correctly. It's her original scalp line is protruding through the bottom of this lace front. I mean, is this a lace front? This is literally insane. Like, how incredibly tacky and ugly does this look? So anyway, she's dressed like a hobo. She's got some Vans on with some fucking Dickies shorts, some warts all over her knee, white t-shirt tucked in. She looks like she's on her way to work to go paint houses or something. I don't know. All right, so now that we know that Sharp's been hating on Trap Lord Ross and
point and shoot, I'm so glad that you had said this and you try to roast and I go like that Felicia thing. That was messed up. But it was kind of funny. But I'm glad you said that because you showing how people like you really think or feel, especially when you got these people, these two on here talking crazy and they just judging, criticizing, ridiculing, talking like a sailor, cussing up a storm and everything. You showing how y'all really thinking in your head, but very few of y'all would say. But I mean, you saying it because you know you're doing the review video. So I appreciate you for doing that because this has to be heard. This has to be heard right here. Even though I know you're not going to say it in person to them, not because you're scared, not because they're going to attack you. No, because you lack social interactions with people in real life. You will stutter. You will be like Poetik Flakko. A lot of people laugh at Poetik Flakko. But I seen grown men from my past where I try to put them down with girls. They was like Poetik Flakko or Mr. Krabs where he tried to holler at Mrs. Puff. I'm talking about as soon as they open their mouth, and it's like, bro, what the hell? You 25? You act like this? I'm 19. It's like, you're like, what? Seriously? It's like, whoa. And then you want to hide behind shit. I'm a shooter. Y'all don't care, but I'm a stepper. And this, we talked about this a long time ago. Some people in the streets, some, not generalized, some lack social interaction skills. So they got to hide behind a skill or a term in the streets, like a shooter, a jack boy, a robber, whatever. It's always the so-called shooter, not all of them, but I've seen with my own eyes, I've experienced, I've been around, who lack social interaction skills, so they will fall behind being a shooter or having a pole, or you have another one who will try to like beat up on some random dude or try to toughen up one of their brothers in front of a girl because that's their way of thinking. If I show my muscles, if I flex in front of these girls right here, because I don't know how to talk to them, I don't know how to say hi, I'm nervous. So I'm going to use violence on another guy in hopes of them liking it and they're going to like me because I don't know how to talk. This has to stop right here. This has to fucking stop. Like, for real. Go out, touch grass. For real, touch grass. But we're going to keep going, though.
That this is old news. We can get back to the situation at hand with Hellcat and Sharp pressing Trap Lord Ross.
Google, bro. Get out in the streets and find out. Go get around some of the people he was actually around. Go be around them. Try to get around his mom. Like, try to get around some of his family members. Try to go more in depth.
Sharp, you should practice what you preach. You should do exactly that same thing, okay? Shouts out to the supporters. We have value for value from Mike up in there. My bad. Smitty on deck, and we have Handyman from YouTube. Shouts out to y'all too. Appreciate the value for value. It's all love over there. I appreciate y'all for rocking out. But Sharp, you should preach what you've been. You should teach. You should actually practice what you've been preaching just now. Let's go.
Anybody can hop on Google. My son can hop on fucking Google and type in fucking what happened. What do they feel about Von? I'm saying, if you're going to put out that type of shit, put some accuracy to it, homie. Like, get out there.
Are you listening to what Sharp is saying? Like, the way, if you're going to do it, oh my God, you got to get more in depth. You got to go be around his sister and go be around his mom. Like, what the fuck am I listening to? Sharp has a problem with this journalist who's not from the streets doing evidence-based research through Google, but he would not have a problem with it if he actually reached out and went and hung out with his mom and his sister and tried to get to know them. That's what Sharp thinks needs to. Sharp is so unbelievably dumb. So here's a clip of Trap Lore Ross explaining himself to
where
them.
I'm trying to come from is truly as like a fan of rap music. So like with the Von documentary, like I didn't set out to be like, yo, I'm going to put dirt on Von's name because I don't like Von or anything like that. Like I really approached that documentary from the perspective of like, I'm a fan of Von's music. I done heard every Von lyric there is, every Von feature. Like I've been a super fan of Von from back when he was alive doing his thing, right? So like for me, my thing is it's like, if these songs, like Von is a Billboard charting artist, okay? He's a mainstream artist. Like he done.
I don't know why Poetik Flakko is doing that with his face right there, but that's just Poetik Flakko. Every time I see Poetik Flakko, his joggers be getting bigger. Pause. I'm just saying, like I didn't even know they make joggers that big. I thought it stops at a triple XL. That look like a 5XL. Like they're not even Avatar Airbender joggers no more. These are like Missy Elliott. Except for them being trash bags, they're joggers. Like he stayed with that because he know if he wears some Seam or Levi pants, he know it's gonna rip. But I don't want to give out your government name, but shouts out to, I'll say, Herring. Shouts out to the Value for Value Herring. Yeah, because I'm about to say, you know, government names, I know it kind of get crazy, but we had another Value for Value is Love. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Let me go ahead and hear what he's saying, though.
Come from the streets and the most, you know, dangerous, difficult background that you could possibly imagine, but he actually made it to the point where he's making songs on the Billboard charts. And so for me, it's like, I don't claim to be from the streets, but I am a fan, and like I'm good at research. Like I don't claim to be.
All right, so that was a very concise, simple, easy to understand explanation of what he's doing. He's simply a super fan of something, and he's also a talented journalist who has found a way to use his journalism talent to research topics that he's very interested in and make money doing what he enjoys doing. I don't see what the problem with that. You have to be a hater to have a problem with that, right? Sharp doesn't like Trap Lore Ross because he feels like he deserves more than he's getting out of life. He's sick to his stomach that he has Adam 16 signing his paychecks. And what Hellcat's doing is she is discriminating against Trap Lore Ross simply for the color of his skin. I think it's really despicable what she's doing here. My thing is, why doesn't Hellcat just keep it G and worry about herself and stop pocket watching the next man?
If this is true, and I know since Point and Shoot, this is the commentator, the YouTube channel guy. His name is Point and Shoot. The way he went off on Sharp and that Don't Call Me White Girl, please find out. I don't even like calling her that. Give me 1 second. What is her dang name? I cringe every time I say it. Don't call me white girl. Don't call me white girl. Real name. Because this is ridiculous. Mona. Her name is Mona. Mona Love. Thank you. Gosh, yeah, Mona Love. You wrong for that thing. But the way he went off on Sharp and Mona Love, I know he wanted to go all the way off on Hellcat here. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's look at the elephant in the room here. I ain't gonna say nothing, but let's be real. If that's true of how, you know, she, you know, applying pressure and all that, his weak roast or medium good roast he been doing on Sharp and Mona Love, ain't no telling if you would have went off on Hellcat here, it would have been wild. I already know. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000. I already know, but we're just gonna chill on that. Appreciate you, Matt. Appreciate you. He doing the same ish though. Exactly. We got to keep it real. Handyman, we got to keep it real. He's doing the same ish. Exactly. So Sharp,
you know what I mean? It's like Sharp and Hellcat are the brokest bums that you will ever see. Look at this $99 tracksuit with these $89 white Air Forces. I mean, get the fuck out of here. Will someone cut this lady a check so she'll mind her own fucking business? I mean, golly. All right, so this next clip is going to shock you guys. This is going to be Sharp explaining to Trap Lore Ross that a lot of these gangster rappers are lying in their raps, and if he were to do a deep dive on them and make a documentary about them, he could like disprove their lies and stuff and ruin their reputation by exposing them as a liar. And Sharp, this is what Sharp went with. This is how incredibly dumb this guy is. Okay.
Maybe you don't. See, that's the problem. I'm expecting you to know some shit that you don't.
Sure.
Like, there's a lot of cap in people's rap. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might say certain things. Hey, you caught 7 bodies, never caught a body in their life. He might even be telling, let me speak.
Of course. Yeah,
He
go
might
ahead.
be telling a story. You know how many niggas will pick up the next nigga's story and tell it like they own? You ever had somebody do that to you?
And shit,
And you find the
it's
fuck out that
music
this
every
wasn't
day.
even you. You're really talking about your homeboy the whole time. You know what I'm
hear me?
saying? Yeah. But this music be impactful, so they'll write it like that. Like, nah, it ain't gonna sound hard if I attempted to try to knock a nigga off. It's gonna sound hard if I got 7 bodies already up under my belt.
So you saying Von was all cap?
Not saying it was all cap, but I can tell you that in rap and maybe in a lot of his, it could have been inflated.
Well, this is the
Okay, Sharp, we got to call you out. When you used to go hard on these fake P's like Big Church and what was that other dude? Remember Kelpie the P, the one that what was that damn dude? That dude who had punched up Kelpie the P, and he whacked for that. You was going so hard and saying that. Who gave you the name Church? Where you from, Church? You over here lying. You a boyfriend. You a boyfriend, this and that. You ain't on the blade. Ooh, the digital pivot. You was going hard at them, and they were so-called inflating or capping on what they do allegedly off of your perspective. You got to have that same energy for these rappers. If you old school Sharp, you got to have that same energy and be like, okay, this dude capping right here, I'm not even rocking with it. Because you see how you put your foot in your mouth while, I ain't gonna lie, Trap Lil Ross, that was a good question you asked right there. Good timing, because you was like, so you pretty much saying King Von is cap. He's like, well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying some of it, like rappers, that's you putting your foot in your mouth right there. Now you're backpedaling, you're sidestepping, you're crouching, standing up. You're doing too much right there. You just got to keep it all the way there. You definitely got to keep it like, and this is how I know you trying to adapt to the podcast thing. And I'm gonna say this to you, Sharp, just like I said to AD. And people, day one supporters y'all in the chat. It's crazy because even with MoFax, he cracked jokes a long time ago. Be like, damn, you a hater on AD, like you just joking. But I told y'all, I don't even hate off AD. I actually like AD. I see potential in AD. When he was under No Jumper, he did his, was it Chummunity, like the chum bucket from SpongeBob? I think it's called Chummunity, something like that. I was happy for him. The reason why I was going so hard on AD Pause is because he knew better. He knew what he was doing. He knew he was playing both sides. He knew he affiliated with the streets over there, and he trying to be corporate and all that, and he trying to pull on this big tough guy persona. It's like, no, AD. You could have been in college football. You're smart, AD. Like, I believe in you, AD. That's why I have my foot on your neck. And, I'm glad to where you outcome. Hopefully you're doing, nope, I can't even give it to you now because you're doing some clown stuff now. You actually pulling up on Desto, one of No Jumper employees, and made it. It's wild. It's wild. What Brian said, shouts out to Brian real quick. I definitely got to put you on the show. You might have to call in. Narcissism is behind all that childish behavior. Under all that false bravado is a true discomfort of oneself and a deep core sense of insecurity. Narcissism is Black America's biggest problem. Whew. So you done definitely and this is the expert with the narcissism, because with narcissism I only know one definition, but Brian, he could go from many different angles with it and it could make logical sense. And it's like, whoa, I didn't even know it was like that. So Brian is the narcissism expert professor with that. Give it to him. And I hear you, Mrs. Parker. I definitely hear you. You say he did. When it pays for him to be a Crip, he a Crip. I ain't messing with you, Miss Parker. When it pays for him to be a Crip, he a Crip. Yeah, and that's even worse. Like the money. So if you a P, what P said? I ain't turned down nothing but my collar, right? We're gonna leave it there.
Well, did you watch the Von documentary, or did you actually see the whole thing? You watched?
All right, so Sharp basically said that everyone's capping and that you don't want to do a documentary on Von because he might have been inflating his lyrics with cap. What a fucking fool this guy is. So Sharp's obviously reaching, trying to find something to pin down Trap Lil Ross, but Trap Lil Ross simply is just owning them in old English style, So Hellcat starts getting desperate, and now she starts asking police questions, which started alarm bells started going off. I'm like, whoa, is this an informant? Is this a police officer? This is nuts. I think Hellcat's actually working with the feds. Listen to this question.
Aren't doing a good job. Like, let's
Bro,
be
have
real.
you
Can we say this though real quick though?
Have you
Hold
ever
on,
trapped
hold on.
Sure.
in your life?
I can't say I've ever trapped.
So
All
that's
right,
a no.
Ross.
I can't say I've ever trapped.
Can
But
we
my
say this
name,
though real
my
quick
name
though?
isn't Trapper Ross. It's Trapped Law Ross. It's
Yeah, Trap
folklore,
Law.
Yeah.
I know what it
folklore
is.
related
no,
to
no,
trap.
I'm just
Trap.
asking.
I know exactly
Yeah,
what
I'm
your name
saying,
is.
have you ever shot at anybody, right? Or been shot at?
I can't say I have.
You ever been with a homie that did something?
Did you just hear those questions that the cat says? You ever trap? You ever shot at anybody? You ever been around anyone that shot at any? I mean, it's just like how fucking insane.
I've met people that have done that.
Okay, I gotta give it to him. I gotta give it to him. The dude should be a voice animator, voice actor. He hit that on the head right there. That was some police stuff. Question in the chat: do Vlad do this, or do Vlad make it sound more smoother? Because I haven't. It's been a while since I watched Vlad, but the interviews he did, I haven't seen Vlad straight out been like, "Have you killed anybody?" He'll be like, yeah, it was a situation where you had got locked up for possession of a firearm and attempted murder, or it was actually murder, but the case was dropped because no victims had showed up. Can you tell me more about that? Or what do you da-da-da? And then the rapper be like, oh man, Vlad, see, I done damn stabbed. I done damn knocked two of them down for real. And I had took off for real on phone them. I think that's what Vlad just do right there. I don't think Vlad be direct, like, you know, the good cop, bad cop that Hellcat and Sharp was doing just now. Like they were straight to the point. It was like oh, they do. Oh, see, please, see, that's what I'm saying. Please call out a rapper or artist where Vlad had went all the way police on them, please, so I can know. At least Vlad will have red paperwork. See, that's another thing. Yep, exactly. So he do, and same thing with 1090 Jake. I don't know how he do it. I'm not gonna say nothing, but he got connects to pull up paperwork and all that. Even though, like, but yeah, y'all be roasting 1090 Jake. Who called 1090 Jake Bobby from Bobby Hill from King of the Hill? Y'all wrong for that. Y'all definitely wrong. The funniest thing about all this grump is that King Von's closest friend said Von would have absolutely loved that documentary if he was alive. Wow. See? And that right there, that puts the nail in the coffin right there. No pun intended. Because, oh, see, shouts out to you, Handyman. That is the best interview thus far that I've seen with Vlad with Pee Wee. When Pee Wee was off them, when he was lockjaw off them damn jiggers, you already know, you know, he was off them damn the pills, Molly, and all that, the weed. And he was like, ask me about he was like, so I see your album has a lot of blue. Is you Crip now? He's like, what? I just like the color, my boy. I just like the color. And he said about Gucci Man. He's like, what, Gucci? Huh? Like, that is how you do it. And then Vlad even said in that interview, he's like, see, people be mad at me, this and that. I mean, just answer the questions like this. And that is true. And Pee Wee Longway went on the Big Facts podcast #2 show, you know, with DJ Drama, and they knew him personally, and they were trying to like ask police questions. He was like, it's like, yeah, back then we was trapping. He was like, oh, you was trapping too. You was out there, you know, we all was trapping, yeah, you know, doing our thing. Like trying to play it off like that. I had to give it to Pee Wee, like, you know how to keep it 1,000. King Von was really about that life, and that 3-hour documentary only served 5. I didn't even watch the whole documentary. Hold on.
That kind of thing. But like, but the thing is,
I didn't watch the whole 3-hour documentary of the King Von thing. I watched the NBA YoungBoy one, but I didn't even get into it with the King Von yet. But I didn't even have no opinions on it yet. But I know it's good. This conversation is what takes place when in the trap house and someone just brought their friend over for the first time. The trap owner grills the friend with these type of questions. Hey. Wow.
I gotta remember though, I'm really not trying to glamorize this lifestyle. Like I say at the start of the video,
put the work out there.
That's
though,
exactly
bro.
what's going on though.
That's the work you put.
No, actually, King Von and other gangster drill rappers are the ones who glamorize the lifestyle.
I'm gonna be 1,000 right here. All of them glamorize it. I have a clip of Trap Lord Ross. Let me pull that up on my phone. Even Sharp, even you, Hellcat, y'all glamorize. Let's cut the BS out. Again, I talk about my past. There are guys I see who lack social interaction skills, don't know how to talk to women, and they will run behind a persona in the streets in hopes of having that's their mating call right there. You know how when birds fight, the male birds fight each other, they'll flex their chests out, and whoever wins, the woman bird, the female bird would mate with that. Same thing in the wild, in the jungle. That is an animalistic mind approach because some of them lack the social interaction skill. I seen it. I'm telling you, I seen it. I seen a dude embarrass somebody who wasn't even on nothing. Who was actually his family member, so-called family member, just embarrassed him, try to muscle him up in front of some girls so that in hopes that that was his mating call, that the girls was going to talk to him because he was too scared to go talk to the girls himself. And to be honest, I say this over and over again. I say it one more time. Women naturally could sense nonverbal cues, especially when they tap into it. I'm not talking about those type of women on soft white underbelly with the trauma and all that. I'm talking about in the chat, y'all know by default they could see things that a man can't really see. So if I could have saw what that guy was doing, what the hell you think those 3 girls had saw? I know they saw right. It's cringe. It's like secondhand embarrassment. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, seriously. He said, I'm so over this Sharp made ass this up. We almost done. And I know Sharp watches your channel, so I hope he watching these comments I'm making. Yeah, he definitely. And the thing is, even though he came on our channel, and shouts out to him for doing that a long time ago, we can't do favoritism, or we got to keep it 1,000 and fair. Now, I know some of y'all in the chat or someone who's about to watch this live be like, damn, you should go off on Sharp like how you go off on FT and Bay or the Tomb Raider girls and all. It's like, y'all really want me to go back to the old grunt with that? Like, I thought I was running out. I ain't gonna lie. I thought when I go back and I listen to some of those series with FT and Bay, you would think, and this is false. This is completely false. You would think that I was a lame. I was in my man cave. I get no girls. I don't know how to talk to girls. I'm 300 pounds and I can't see my manhood standing up. You would think that I have a hatred for a woman, but that is completely false. That's why I had to fall back. Like, whoa, I'm not trying to make this. No, listen, y'all. My mother loved me. My grandmother loved me. There's no woman there, like, who hurt you? No, none of that over here. I don't even have these things that we analyze and do nonverbal cues on. I never even experienced that with women. I never even have that. So with the red pill or the manosphere, fresh and fit and all that, I don't know which type of woman hurt them, but I don't have those problems. I have it, and I'm actually glad and lucky. So when I speak or when I go off, it's not from no hurtful place. It's not from no, oh, that girl, what's her name? Ebony from high school, she hurt my feelings. Oh, F her. And she's with a prison guy. She's with a thug now. And since I got my 6-figure job and everything, now she want to come back to me. She got 3 kids from 3 different baby daddies and stuff. Oh, she's gonna pay. She's gonna submit to me. She go like, bro, what the hell? You hear how you sound, bro? Like, you really hear how you sound. And you know who I'm imitating now. Yeah, I know who I'm imitating. So, okay, appreciate it, Marty. Thank you. I was just kind of overthinking it. Because when I go back, it's like, I hope, because shouts out y'all day one supporters, but I'm just saying, I just hope that the newcomers or the people who stopped by the channel, of course, FT and Bay saw it. I know she'd be like, this lame ass, he getting no, she probably put me in the DJ academics category. Oh well, okay, to each his own. Okay, I'm that if it's from her. But from other people coming in, I don't want to give off that. So I was like, whoa, let me chill out. But we gonna keep rocking out. Well, I'm gonna shut up.
And then they get fans, and then they get super fans, and then the super fans research them and make videos about them. It's very uncomplicated. Okay, they just hate on him simply because he is more successful than they are. Hellcat saw Trap Laura Ross pull up in the Belen season. She was sick. She was like, man, how come the motherfucker ain't never killed nobody down in Texas, where I'm from in Texas? He ain't never killed nobody. Now, how's she supposed to be pulling up in Balenciagas? I'm wearing these fucking rags. And so the berating of this special guest will continue.
Because I'm a fan, because this stuff is on Billboard charts.
Let's be real, those Balenciagas is not it. I will pick the white Air Forces, the cream Air Forces over the Balenciagas right here. So this commentator point and shoot, you gotta be from UK. I think that's probably who. Shouts out to anybody who's in the UK. Is Balenciagas a thing over there? Because y'all know the rappers, made these Power Ranger Buzz Lightyear shoes official, the bubblegum, space shoes. Like those Balenciagas right there, those are perfectly suitable for Trap Lord Ross with the high riser pants. That fits him. I wouldn't wear that. That's not me. I'm gonna wear some white Air Force. Like if I had to choose, I actually got white Air Forces, but I'm just saying, like, shit, to be real, I picked the damn Sandlot black Chuck Taylors, like the Sandlot movie, The Little Rascals, over the damn Balenciagas. And I know some of y'all like, what the hell wrong with you and all that? I used to ball in damn Chuck Taylors, like, but it's me. Everybody have their own personality. I'm not trying to look like a mannequin in a mall, like just putting on Gucci down stuff and all. That's not me. Like certain things, like one specific Abercrombie and Fitch shirt, I'll rock. Like certain things that fits my personality, that fits me. It won't look crazy because y'all know in the chat. Y'all see somebody, they could have like $3,000 clothing, shoes, everything on, and they look stupid in it. It just don't fit them. It's like, what the hell? But when somebody else wear it, you like, dang, they rocking that. Y'all know what I'm saying? It's like the essence. So instead of like trying to dress or catch up with the fab or something, that's why I don't give Poetik Flakko a hard time with the joggers. I mean, I roast because they get bigger, but that's Poetik Flakko. Now, if y'all see Poetik Flakko try to walk into No Jumper with some damn tight ass True Religion cowboy pants, we definitely gonna roast because that's not him. That's not him. So we're gonna keep it going though.
Of this special guest will continue
because I'm a fan. Because this stuff is on Billboard charts. If this was like some random rapper,
the niggas dying.
Hell no. I want bro.
Hellcat, you are a fan of the exact same thing. Let's stop playing. Let's stop trying to be politically correct when it's somebody outsider that comes in. Let's call a spade a spade. You too, Sharp. Let's keep it all the way 1,000. Even Academics kept this one time. Academics said one time, I like to see, he's like, okay, yeah, let's rap about this. And when he was on his little Hennessy rants, he was like, yeah, just go ahead, rap about, y'all killing each other and all that. Yeah, this and that. And I give it to him, even though it sounded foul, but I was like, at least he's being honest though. At least he's being straight up honest with it. You can't try to get politically like a lawyer correct with him, talk about, so you glorified N-words dying. You do the exact same thing. You probably playing damn, what's that dude? The Florida rapper songs, Julio, Fantasia, When I See You, When I Slide. You probably play Mo 3. Let's stop it. You probably been blasting damn what Chief Keef when he was disrespecting Shondell Gregory Tucker, who was a 15-year-old kid who was not a gangbanger or nothing, was a wrestler in high school, just wrong place, wrong time. His older brother been on that time, but he got killed. And when they saying off the Tuka, smoking Tuka, you probably been blasting that. We seen rappers like Young and May and other rappers apologize because they was so out of touch. They didn't even know that Tuka was a dead person. That's a young boy who got killed in the street life. So let's keep this all the way 1,000. Even King Von been saying, King Von tweeted one time, he said, when I die and when I go to heaven, I'm a find Tuka and beat on him. I'm not lying. Y'all can look this up on Google or Twitter immediately. King Von put a tweet like that. So we got to keep this fair. We got to be honest right here. I don't know if she rap or not. This is my first time even seeing her, honestly. And, the vibes already from her is I was not feeling it because it's like, I'm going to keep it 1,000. It's like she kind of low-key shy or insecure, but when she gets turned up or when she's trying to point the attention to somebody, she's on that though. Just from off of just seeing her alone right here. I could be wrong, but that's the vibe I get right there until I'm proven wrong. I'm just being honest. Like the quiet, like just scoping out, like, oh, okay, all right, where do I fit in at? Okay, let me go ahead. All right, when we talk about street stuff, or when we trying to put pressure on the culture vulture, all that, yeah, I'm on that time. Or if it's Poetik Flakko, she probably, who knows? But they said Poetik Flakko had brought her back on the show or something, so I got to see her other interviews. But I don't know what she do. I really don't know. If y'all, we're gonna have to probably follow up with that. Let's go.
Hey, dog,
devastated. I'm devastated. People
dying. He killed 7 niggas. That is not the title on
the songs are though.
Well, the thing is, I'm analyzing lyrics on songs that are on Billboard charting albums. So I feel like that's in the public domain. Like that's in the public space. I'm not reading his journal that he was writing himself. Like I'm reading the lyrics of his songs that are on Genius.com on the Billboard charts. So it's like, for me, I feel like it's fair game. Once that shit's mainstream, It's for everyone.
Speaking of fair game,
the whole thing with Von was the real killer. He was never capping in his raps. He really did what he said. If I made a video about some rapper that says that he's got 7 bodies and it's all cap, and I break it down and I say, yeah, it's cap, he never had the 7 bodies, that's not interesting. But the thing with Von, the reason why so many millions of people gravitated towards him was because he was supposedly like the realest rapper who ever did it, who really killed people. So, okay, how about this, right? The Chicago police say that King Von was the prime suspect in the murder of K.I., who was the female gang member that he had allegedly shot and killed, right? And Von is in the A&E documentary, himself doing an interview, talking about her, saying like, damn, you know, when she got killed, I didn't have no one to hang out with no more. And he allegedly was the prime suspect in her murder. So it's like, this is the kind of crazy shit that Von was doing. He was actually in the documentary about people he killed. So it's like, for people to be like, yo, Von he wasn't really like that, like trap.
And I'm gonna be real with y'all. Word on the street, I'm not from Chicago or nothing, but from a few good sources, I'm not in the streets of Chicago. King Von didn't allegedly kill K.I. That was, I'm not even gonna say the person, that was somebody else. But Von, they said from what they said, know of it. But that is true. He is reading it out like a book. These are Billboard albums, records that are on Rap Genius. And King Von was on a documentary of K.I. He was trolling, saying that, damn, when she died, like he was trying to smash her and everything. But at the time, K.I. was gay. So he was doing that to like antagonize her and everything. And K.I. being FBG, but a sister, you know, that's a whole nother situation. But what Trap Lord Ross is saying is like public domain. This is OSINT, open source intelligence right here. Like this is public domain. You can look it up. He's not looking at their journal. He's not getting inside source. This is true. So Sharp, you got to keep hitting the blunt, because that is like, I have to agree, that is true right there. That you did got owned. Now, hold on, let me read a comment. The it factor gauges as whether a person is going to make it in rap. It's not their music, but whether or not they can dress. Russ, hence why people splurge ridiculous money on their image. See, we already know that, excuse me, modern rap is not like 80s or 90s rap. Even I say when Biggie and Tupac, when they started beefing, that's when it was like, I mean, it's like, whoa. We did have people way before then, like who was doing that gangster rap, you know? Like, damn, what was his name? He was that Jamaican rapper from New York, and he had dated Superhead, aka Corinne Steffens. He was like one of the first gangster raps, I think, in the 90s. Damn, help me out in the chat. What was his name? Gosh, what was his name? I don't remember, but 90s rap, it's like nostalgia and aesthetic. Like, I'm not saying, oh, it was pure, it was good Christian. No, it was still kind of some foul, explicit lyrics, you know, even with Luke Nats, all them people. What I'm saying is that you had to have talent and skill to get in, though, you know? Even if you was goofy, goober, jokey, even Ludacris, even Busta Rhymes, they could have rapped, and they had came off with the jokey vibe and animation stuff, but they could rap. We got Lil Pump. Only one song I had like his was that Lil Pump before he done got big. But you got Lil Pump, you got, I can name a whole list. It's like the goofy goober rap, but they don't have no skill or talent with it. And I agree, the talent is, you can't, your character, what you about, it's been designed by that now. Modern rap now is designed by, we ain't trying to hear if you can rap or not. We're just trying to hear if you got, you know, if you really on. Cool G, shouts out to you, Mindy. Cool G rap. Yeah, one of the first I seen who was on that gangster rap though. But he could have rapped though. But I'm just saying, like, there's that full blown stud CGR. Oof. Yeah, wild in the comments.
Lil Ross is like adding too much sauce, but like Von was legit in documentaries about people he killed, and it's like, bro, like for me to come along and make a documentary, there's been hella documentaries about it that Von was in, talking on people he killed and making fun of the situation. So it's like, for me, it's like what I'm doing, I feel like isn't, how's that any worse than like Von actually killing someone and actually being in the documentary about the person he killed?
I feel like street niggas can't really like whine no more because they don't want to do it. Meaning this, right? Like, who's gonna do the
whine anymore? You niggas can't cry when motherfucker fuck around and hurt one of y'all out here. That's what y'all. Then it's gonna be a whole different mixture. We can say
won't cry. We just say
Sharp. we gotta be real with this. Poetik Flakko, you was out of pocket for saying whining, even though that is true. Again, they be like, don't judge the messenger, just judge the message. That is true. I ain't gonna lie. If a real street dude would have said what Poetik Flakko said, it wouldn't have been no response. But Poetik Flakko and Point and Shoot, who doing this commentating stuff, even Trap Lord Ross, if y'all say it, it's the truth. But you gonna cause a trigger emotion, like how Sharp said. You see how I go, yeah, till one of y'all get hurt, till y'all get hurt. Okay, tough guy. Let's be real here. I gotta put my Neely Fuller Jr. mode on right here. We know both street and civilian, everybody, even street and tough. We know who could get hurt and who could get touched. But when them boys in blue pull up, we know who will put their hands up and who will be like, yes, your honor, and who will be like, man, yeah, this is wrong, this messed up, but I'm innocent. There's not the same energy right there. I know before y'all judge somebody, I just like, well, what the hell you mean? Of course, it's the police and all that. What the hell? I'm just stating it out like that, honestly. So I get both sides of the situation. That is true. Poetik Flakko not going to be in the middle of Inglewood saying that. No. But I'm looking at it from a macro level. We already know by design under the system that people who are in those hardship areas will be quick to hurt other people that look like them. But when the real power comes in, it's I surrender, white flag, because we all know what time it is. And I'm not saying this to, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, I'm just being honest here. Even back during my dumb days and stuff, we knew what time it was. Run, haul ass, yeah. But when it's somebody else who look like, oh, they ain't running for nothing. My pop said don't run for nothing. Yeah, that's by design right there. This is a psychological thing I'm trying to tap into, but we're going to keep going, though.
We want
Say,
you,
hey,
y'all.
911.
Y'all gonna really
You feel
be
me?
crying,
Yeah.
call 911. Some niggas ain't gonna give a fuck about that on me. It takes 60 seconds, if that, not even 8 seconds, to get at your ass, nigga.
But
see how
they
fast
gonna
the
do 100
police
years
run.
behind that.
How is
Unless
it
you live with the police every day, nigga.
But how is it gangster to hurt?
All right, so the pressure of getting owned is getting to Sharp. He's starting to get out of breath. He can barely breathe. He's starting to get really worked up. And now he's talking about physical violence against bloggers and content creators. And then listen to Trap Lord Ross effortlessly destroy him once again. Listen to this.
With the police every day, nigga.
But how is it gangster to hurt a blogger, a vlogger, a YouTuber? Like that's not like, how's that gangster? Like you're a reporter, you know? Like what's like? I just don't see how there's points to be scored hurting people like me or Vlad or Flacco. Like
I'm
what's
just
the
telling
point?
you what comes with it when you play them.
No, Sharp. Okay, they know what comes with it when they play those games, but Sharp, you know what comes with it when you play them games. We already know there's only one gangster in this world. And y'all can fill in the blank after that in the chat. There's only one gangster in this world. What is the definition of gangster? Let me look it up real quick. 1 second, y'all. Because I don't want to just keep throwing the terms. I know there's many different terms of gangster, but I'm going to go to the Webster. The Webster, that definition of gangster. 1 second. Okay, gangster, a member of an inner city street gang, a performer or of gangster rap, a member of an inner city street gang. Let's go to the other one. We got 1988 and meaning defined as sense one, inner street gang. Let me go ahead and click on that right there. What is inner street gang? Boom. Once it says that's true though, ain't nobody running down the Roth. Oh snap! It says it's an urban word. It's a gang. My bad. Give me a second, y'all. I don't know why I'm belching so much. It says, let me go to the damn Latin term. What the hell? It says refer to crime and violence. The word, yeah. So a gangster rapper is someone who writes and performs music and part of an inner street gang. But a gangster is someone who implicits violence. God damn, I lost my train of thought. Where's it at? Rape, sex, drug use, those themes, criminal gang, relating to gangs or members of a gang. And we already know that you could say the police is a gang, the military is a gang. See, we got these things all splurged up. Then we got the Urban Dictionary definition of gangster. Let me see. There's nothing cool about being a gangster. What is the definition of it? Okay, gangster from the Urban Dictionary. One who willfully promotes and participates in destructive and self-serving culture in an effort to project a particular image of toughness or to make oneself intimidating. Willingness to blatantly and horrifically misuse. English is a necessity as is low as IQ and subpar education. That's what they said. One who willfully promotes and participates in destructive and self-serving culture. And we already know, shouts out to Face to the Screen. And, you know, coach, like, you know, I'm part of the Apple cult gang, I guess. Yeah. But destructive, detrimental, annihilation. From the history we've been told and taught in class, who was the biggest gangsters? This is just a micro of the macro of gangsters. The ones who stepped, the ones who I came, I come, I saw, I conquered. With no repercussions. Ain't no, oh, the police or ain't, oh, the other country gonna get us to know. No, that is the number one gangster right there. So we got to stop with these petty little back and forths right here. Because, of course, you're right. Trap Lord Ross, Poetik Flakko, the radio man, the camera guy, Charlamagne the God, and all that. Yeah, we already know if they play these games with gangsters or street dudes like you or people you know of, Sharp, the outcome of it. But Sharp, you and other people you know of know the outcome of playing those games. Nobody wants to go to damn prison. Nobody wants to damn have a standoff with 24 people with firearms. Because let's be real, it's only one person I came across. I'm not even gonna say his name. I came back from not basic training. I came back from AIT when I was stationed in Fort Lee, Virginia, when I was first in the Army, right? One person, I'm not gonna say his name. Y'all probably a long time ago, I probably mentioned it. When I came back, in so-called definition of gangster, what was taught to me, or even though it's not really the literal definition, he went on a high-speed chase. He did a crime, a high-speed chase, had a standoff with the police, and shot it out and got killed. It reminded me of the scene from Set It Off where Junior from Players Club, remember he had gave Stormy's brother that same tattoo on his, not tattoo, but the same design in his hair, and the police accidentally shot him because the dude who I gave it to him was the dude, a suspect in robbing a bank and killing that bank teller woman. When the police ran up in his apartment, he was hiding in the closet with a Uzi. It was a SWAT team, actually. This dude laid out 2 or 3 SWAT team people before they killed him. He didn't been like, oh, I give up, man. No, please don't shoot me. Please, hey, this ain't no 3 strikes where you get shot in your ass. Oh, hey, oh, I give up. Oh my God. Oh, I'm not trying to say crash out, be a dummy. No, I'm not saying that at all. No, but from the music, from our environment, or from these so-called, or from however we done looked at or analyzed what gangster is, even though that's not the real definition, that's what we would think. Oh, Bonnie, okay, you shoot it out, you might get away. Or Wild Wild West. Okay, you killed a sheriff, you killed like 3 police officers. Okay, you on the run, you're off. Let's go, man. Let's go, Miss Parker. Let's go. That's the synchronicity right there. That's the synchronicity. Hold on. Shit. Give me a second, y'all.
James, we all face that over here, dog.
Hello? Testing. Let me see. Damn. Okay, we good. It just froze up on my screen. But the synchronicity. Testing. Okay, we good. All right, we good. We good. My bad. Earlier, I had mentioned, I said, those are the #1 gangsters. They have bombed the Middle East back to the Stone Ages. It was like biblical times. Like, put yourself in the Middle Eastern's foot, like position. You carrying your stand trying to sell fruits, and you just see a lightning come from the sky, and the whole village is wiped out. You would think that was God right there. Like, what the hell? Like, and spin the block again, and spin the block again the third time. And somebody said Clintons and Bush, like, that is real step of power right there. That's why, even though point and shoot, even though you be kind of getting a little carried away, he said earlier that Sharp is not no street dude, Sharp is not no gangster, Sharp is not no politician. Now, that politician may went over a couple people's heads, and he's not political. He's saying, like, when you political, or you like somebody in a state governor who could pass laws, who deal with taxes from people that's from that state paying, you could damn near fund that money on whatever you want. And you got connects and networks. Like Nancy Pelosi, they've been grilling her because she done damn invested her money and made like almost $2 million off of some stocks. But the same thing that white collar crimes get arrested for, I forgot what they call it, where you like know a company's about to have a jump in the stock market and you just put all your eggs in that basket. I forgot what they call it, but they even gave Elon Musk a hard time one time for doing that with crypto. But that's a whole nother type of level right there we're talking about. I appreciate y'all for rocking, staying with me though. But my screen had froze up and it was crazy. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. But we're gonna keep going.
All got to kind of watch what we say, because we kind of know in anything that we say or do,
we should condemn that though, right?
We on American soil.
We can have consequences for, bro. In the streets don't give a fuck, my nigga. They don't show love to nobody that don't deserve it. You got to really earn it, dog.
But what did I say that was so bad that like that someone would want to hurt me like that? Because even Von's, a lot of Von's people have kind of said that it's like they respect it.
My mans, I'm just telling you what comes with it.
You don't know what comes with it, Sharp. You are a goof. You're not from the streets. You have no street cred. Real people from the streets like Trap Lord Ross and shit. Okay, so shut the fuck up.
Gotta be toned in shit a little bit.
I really earn it, dog.
But what did I say that was so bad that like that someone would want to hurt me like that? Because even Von's, a lot of Von's people have kind of said that it's like they respect it.
My mans, I'm just telling you what comes with it.
You don't know what comes with it, Sharp. You are a goof. You're not from the streets. You have no street cred. Real people from the streets like Trap Lord Ross and shit. Okay, so shut the fuck up.
Gotta be tuned in shit a little bit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll be locked in it. Yeah, because I'll turn some shit fast, but for sure that
was like one you had to watch it, right?
Whoa, point and shoot, slow that down. Just because you saw one alleged street dude right here, I don't even know who the heck he is, but I see an OTF chain. But he got the King Von twist or something on. But you just seeing this clip right here, and you gonna use that reference to be like, oh yeah, all street dudes, he's not even a street dude. Street dudes like Trap Lord Ross and all that. Shut the fuck up, Sharp. And it's like, whoa, buddy, whoa. See, this is where I got to slow you down and tell you to take a breather real quick, because you're going off the hinges a little bit. You're talking, you're doing statements now. And it's like, whoa, you don't know either. So take a step back. And thank you. Handyman says something for real. Not even thinking about the victims of those crimes. And that's how, not even in America, but worldwide, with violence, it's like, even with Tuka, and I keep saying Shondell Gregory Tuka, 15 years old, been a wrestler and all that, just been in the wrong environment, he ain't had no authority over what his older brother was doing or nothing. He just been in the wrong environment and just got killed. And he's not the only one, but it's not all the people that been killed by these drill rappers that these people be idolizing. Some of them ain't had nothing to do with nothing. Some of them just got killed off a get back. Be like, oh, you from around there, or you you had said something to this person, so we're gonna kill you. And they don't even talk about that. When Capo, Chief Keef cousin, it was a video of him on YouTube now where he got shot in the chest 3 times, I think, and he had died on the sidewalk, still on YouTube. I read the court papers. This dude the dudes who did it, they still had, I don't know, they still had a good lawyer, but they still doing, jail time. They ain't got life or nothing, but they doing jail time, prison time. Did y'all know after they shot Chief Keef cousin, they sped off and they had ran over a infant? It was a woman pushing her baby in a stroller, and they ran the baby over and killed the baby, and they crashed into a wall and tried to run away from 12. Did y'all know that? That's just one situation right there. So I'm not talking about what Capo or he wrong place, wrong time, or he been beefing, or he did something or whatever. Did y'all know a baby got killed? And that's the stuff we got to talk about. That was I think it was a 2-year-old baby. Y'all could look it up. It's Capo, C-A-P-O. My bad. My apologies. When I start doing these videos and lives, I'm going to have these references, but I'm not just pulling this out my ass. Chief Keef cousin Capo killed, and you type in court documents or court or, stuff like that in the court. They tell you what, like the whole, like that was not even these bloggers and stuff. When they reported that, they just had, Capo right here. Damn, Chief Keef. Some people like, yeah, we up one. You know what I'm saying? We smoking on Capo, da. The dissing or whatever. An innocent child got killed. This is stuff we don't be talking about. And and I'm saying as a whole, I'm not trying to point out individuals, but as a whole, with media or even with the bloggers, we so desensitized to killing that even people who get caught with straight, the only time they'll try to make us get turned up or, upset over a killing is George Floyd. Back in my state, South Carolina, what was that white boy? He had went and shot up 7 people at the church. We mad now. Let's go. We mad. Turn up. But when it's King Von or some whatever situation like this, it's not spoken about. So again, I'm gonna say a name and it's gonna trigger y'all. But even though he's double-minded and he has his clownish ways, but Charleston White said this a long time ago, and that did make sense though. It's like, what about those innocent people who ain't had nothing going on, nothing? Like they just numbers to us now or something? Like, what about the victims who are grieving or who like hearing Tuka mama, hearing her son name being smoked and dissed all the time and everything. You get what I'm saying? Like, just for a minute, just imagine that like you got a younger sibling and they tragically get killed. And you see somebody that in the streets, they just get signed by a record label. Again, it's by design, the system I told y'all. They get a loan of money up front, get signed on a record label, get their music on the radio and on, these big YouTube channels and Spotify. And they talking about how they done ran down your young sibling and knock him down. He was crying and hollering. You know how much trauma and crazy crash out that'll put you in? I know some of y'all in the chat, like, just even imagining that or putting yourself in that, you gonna knock down whoever was affiliated or who did it or who been involved in it. You might turn to KI because allegedly, KI good friends with Tuka. When she was a little girl, saw her friend get killed at the bus stop, and she done went to that pathway and started knocking people down allegedly. You know what I'm saying? You see how that chaos right there causes entropy? But yeah, he had to move. He did have to move. Chief Keef cousin was killed hours after KI was killed. I never forget, historically, that weekend had the most murders ever that year. Damn, that's crazy. Smoking Tuka for over 10 years. Has anyone ever wondered the state of his mother and how she feel about that? Charleston White, yeah, he said that. Oh Lord, dang, man. See, this is some real deep stuff we talking about. So as a whole, I'm putting myself included. As a whole, when we hear King Von or drill rap and they talking about when L.A. Capone got killed, it was like L.A. Capone's like, please don't do it. And it was like laughing, saying, we done knocked them down, whacked them, spanked them. And you know, the 808s and the snares and the hi-hats guys like, oh yeah. But when Trap Lord Ross or 1090 Jig, or let's go with Trap Lord Ross, when Trap Lord Ross do a documentary on it and reading the lyrics on open domain that's public, man, why you doing all that, man? Man, why you end up, you know, ain't around here, man. This and that, like we're going. And it's like, bruh, the cognitive dissonance, like as a whole, we are sick. We are sick and we got to get better. We have to get better. Seriously. To do a psychoanalysis on Viz again? Are you going to do a psychoanalysis on Viz again? That's the point. I was going to do the psychoanalysis on T.I., and I'm going to end it like this. I got 10 more minutes left. But with T.I. and King's Son, that's the next psycho nonverbal cue video. T.I., he never ended his reality show. His reality show is just from mobile devices live now. King, I saw nonverbal cues where he done said, I know you, I stand on business. And T.I., even though you put him in a headlock and rough him up, you are not Marvin Gaye Sr. If Marvin Gaye Sr. was in that situation right there, and if this was not for show and tell or for publicity stunt, it would have been another Marvin Gaye situation. I'm just going to leave it like that. But that's the next nonverbal psychological analysis video I'm going to do right there. You know, like, and those of y'all know in the chat, what Marvin Gaye Sr. been on? Damn, Marvin Gaye was a great singer. Oh, you love him, Marvin Gaye, this and that. What was he on when Marvin Gaye tried to get buck with his dad, his pops? Like, son, boy, I'm not trying to tussle with you. You trying to swing, you getting buck with me? Let's go. But we out here. We out here like, nah.
Yeah, what do you, because yeah, for sure.
I know you seen the Chicago.
He a wise dude.
Right.
Trap Lord Ross, that's his name.
Yeah.
Trap Lord Ross.
Well, but
shout out to him, man, for even sitting doing any type of content, and he you know what I'm saying. Vaughn already had the eye on him, so it is what it is. But like for him to put that together like that, I literally sat in the crib.
You're saying Vaughn already knew about him?
I say Vaughn already had this cloud and the buzz, whatever. So like I'm sure a lot of tuned in anyway. But for him to put it together, how he put it together, and with himself, no production team, no nothing. He did his tingy ting. I ain't gonna lie.
His thingy thing.
He did, thingy thing, tingy ting.
Yeah.
So as you guys can see, real gangsters, real people from the streets don't give a fuck. They actually like Trap Lord Ross's stuff. So it's really kind of it just.
And point and shoot. This is where I have to point to you at. Allegedly, okay, if these are so-called gangsters, they just like it's a way of, it's a out. Excuse me. It's a way of passage. It's like them getting signed to the NBA. If they see people who don't look like them covering situations that they're in, it's like the news media who pull up from a homicide, you know, Live 5 News. That's what it's like. Okay, this is a chance that I can get on. You know, it's bubbling over here. It's a clout. Like, okay, it's not no, yeah, we did this, or yeah, it get bracking over here, whatever they be saying. They may act that way, they may show it off that way, but no, this is the only way out. You think these people are thinking about, I hate to say it, you think they think about going to trade school, getting a CDL, college, pharmacist, psychologist, surgeon? Do you think that they are actually in that mindset right there? A realtor trying to become a broker? Stocks, like, do you think no, they only do what they're known like that? It's sad because they will say it themselves. Some of them be like, hey, this is all I knew, this is all I'm around, this is all I'm on, I ain't know about the other stuff, this is what it is. That is why right there. That is why. It's not no we like, oh yeah, we like this. Nah, that's just the spotlight. That's all. But we can keep going.
To make Sharp and Hellcat look even goofier, for them to say that they're from the streets, so they hate Trap Lord Ross. So I thought I'd throw those in. And so what I think is going on is I think that Sharp and Hellcat have forgotten, like it's escaped their attention, that they work for Adam 16. And this is a fact that Trap Lord Ross is going to help them realize in this next clip. Watch this.
To get out the streets, it's really not too many people that ain't in the streets that just insert their motherfucking self in the streets for no fucking reason than to say that I'm a fan.
But I'm not actually in the streets. I'm not inserting myself in the streets. Like, how is what I'm doing any different to Adam having a rapper on here and asking them about all the murders? Like,
we get it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Get into this. Hey, we appreciate you for even saying what you had to say about it. You know what I'm saying? And giving up some answers to how you.
Damn. So did you just see the ownage, the defeat? Oh my God, that was perfect. All right, so this is when it gets really good. This is when Brick Baby pulls up. As we all know, Brick Baby's a Crip from LA, allegedly, and from Atlanta, rolling 60s neighborhood Crip. And so Brick Baby is actually from the streets. It's confirmed and corroborated. He is a rolling 60s member from LA, knows about.
Slow down, point and shoot, because we have footage. We have footage of Snoopy Badass, I think that's his name, hoeing Brick Baby. Because Brick Baby was talking crazy long time ago. Those of y'all who've been watching my lives, we did see where Brick Baby said, "Oh, we ain't on whatever he be saying, referencing." But he was like, "Oh, we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about it was some rapper that got murdered." And he was like, "No, I'm not." He's like, "No, I'm not." But if I did, I would. He pretty much saying that he's trying to be respectful because it was a misunderstanding. But if he wanted to, he would talk about it, saying like, "What you gonna do?" And he was like, "Oh, that's what I thought." Okay. And Snoopy went back to the interview. And Brick just sat there and ate that. So you putting this stamp on people, or he's from the streets and all that, point and shoot. This is how I know. Not every person who's in the streets is that macho Debo Libre guy. If like from point and shoot stance, since you be on the internet, you look at stuff, I'm assuming you thinking 21 Savage is a street dude. He's from your area. He's from UK, but he's been raised in the streets over here in Atlanta. You would assume that he's a street dude, but he even said that even there's some pussies in the streets. Not all, but he's saying some. So I just wanted to put that in your point of view right there, point and shoot. We definitely got to go. We definitely got to go.
All the street stuff and the code and everything. So Brick Baby shows up and starts defending Trap Lord Ross. I don't think that he was listening before he showed up to them berating him. And so Brick Baby shows up and starts saying, "Oh yeah, hey man, Trap Lord Ross, I love what you do on hood gangster. You a real gangster." And it was really funny to watch Sharp and Hellcat's reaction.
Hey man, it's love, bro.
Hey, what's good, Brick? Am I in trouble?
Nah, hell nah, man. You doing your job. Hey, what I text you, Josh? I'm a fan, bro, to keep doing your thing. Hey, and like I said, if a motherfucker killed a motherfucker and the world can put it together, then you go into jail. You know what I mean? In these words, in this world. But I'm going to just leave a question mark on top of that shit. I don't know what you talk about.
Okay, well, here's my question for you then. This is the $1 million question for you.
All right, this is where Trap Lord Ross starts cracking jokes and starts talking about street stuff, and Brick likes it and thinks it's funny. And this is like one of the things that Sharp and Hellcat would have a huge problem with. Like, hey, man, you can't talk like that unless you live that life. And so this is going to be Trap Lord Ross actually dunking on Sharp and Hellcat in their eye. And they just have to sit there and take it.
It's crazy to see you in the flesh, bro. Can I check in?
Yeah, for sure.
Am I checked in?
For sure. You can check in. We go to Adam's party, come to the studio and check in.
Hey, Adam's party's due to be crazy, bro. Seems like the guest list is about to be out of control.
He happy to check in. That motherfucker say, "Can I check in?"
Yeah, he checking in. Nah, it's good.
Did Trap Lord Ross pull rank on them? Damn. Now you like, did he pull rank just off of Brick Baby? And then Brick Baby said, "Yeah, Adam." And Brick Baby already know what it is. He just went straight to, "Oh yeah, Adam." And, "Oh yeah, you good, man. You check." Yeah. So what was y'all two on? Did y'all ran this up the chain of command? Did y'all just told Adam that y'all was going to interview Trap Lord Ross and that was it? Y'all didn't give no brief description or briefing? When I was in the military, you're supposed to give briefings on certain things you do or about to do. Y'all didn't put no briefing in, or did y'all lie and said y'all was going to just talk to him about his work, or y'all just had left the briefing part blank and Adam just wrote off on it, sign off on it, and y'all had a little plan like, "Oh yeah, we're going to put this dude in the corner right here. We're going to apply pressure." This is embarrassing right here. This was embarrassing. I ain't gonna lie, this was embarrassing. This was kind of cringe. And Yeah, Sharp, you should have ended that interview right when you was like, appreciate you for coming out. You should have looked at the camera guy and be like, yeah, go ahead, cut that right there. Turn it off. This put the ice and this put the nail on the coffin right here. This sure is.
I you know what I'm saying? A lot of people hate on you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people love you. Everybody watches it. So that means.
So I'm very glad that Brick Baby was able to show up and set these two straight and let them know what was really going on in the streets, because they don't know. They're not from anything. They're a couple of fucking bums. You know what I mean? They're really losers. I mean, why would Trap Lord Ross listen to them? They don't own anything. They're not known for anything. They're just a couple of no jumper employees trying to hate on someone else for being way better than them in every way. I mean, Sharp prides himself on being a pimp. That's how low this. I mean, there's nothing lower than a pimp. And so Sharp and Hellcat just got owned. It was just not even close.
Okay. Point and shoot. Shouts out to you, Black Poe. What you saying is hitting it on the head now. You said they don't own anything, but okay, the bums. Okay, you just putting your opinion insult in there. Okay, they employees. Okay, yeah, you hitting that on the head. But here is where I got to draw the line at point and shoot. You're not Trap Lord Ross. You got okay. The numbers game. Trap Lord Ross. What he got like 1 million subscribers, and he's making money. He's monetizing off these videos, and he has that pull to pull up. And he has people who are fans of him, like, Brick Baby, and he's with Adam, he's tied in. So what I'm saying is that Trap Lord Ross could move a certain way. He probably thinking what you're saying, but he's not saying it, even though that he could move that way. What I'm trying to say is that point and shoot, don't get too ahead of yourself talking is crazy, and it's going to cost you. You don't have your ducks lined up in the hand. You talk so crazy like this, and you end up being turned upside down and have Sonic coins dropping out of you. I'm just saying, because what is it? The word belligerent? You're exceeding your point. Like, we get your point, but I'm just saying that you I don't know the right way of what I'm trying to say. Hopefully I understand, and I'm gonna end it like this. He's speaking facts in areas, yes, but from my experience and from what I see and from the verbal cues, same thing with academics, he may end up getting ahead or jumping ahead of himself by skipping a step, and it put him in a sticky situation. No different than what Adam had to go through at certain times, where he had to end the beef with him and AD partner because they had pulled up on one of his employees and was about to beat him up. Or when those the Mexicans that pulled up at Adam's studio like 50 deep and took over the damn podcast and pretty much said put some respect on their name towards the blacks over there. Had AD and them all cornered up. What I'm trying to say is that you may know the layout, the game plan, or blueprint, but I think your ego may end up putting you in a situation where you got your foot in your mouth or you get turned upside down. That's what I'm saying. Your delivery, I could just hear how you deliver it. You're not crossing your T's and dotting your I's all the way, if that makes sense.
There was no good points by Sharp. Everything was a reach. He just got fucking dog walked by Trap Lord Ross, and then Brick Baby comes in. I mean, the only thing that could have made this better is if Trap Lord Ross would have told Sharp to go fuck himself. All right, so that's going to be the end of the video, and there will be more videos, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button.
I'm glad it's done, but I think it's the same where they'd be like, you too smart for your own good. So even people who are smart or geniuses, like some of them, when they be too smart for their own good, they end up shooting themselves in the foot. Like, point and shoot, I think that you would cheddar bob yourself because you like, oh yeah, I know this and that. Yeah, you don't know. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you're not even a street dude. Or he's a street dude right here. Yeah, this and that. Yeah, I looked him up. Yeah, he's legit and all that. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Until you be in the streets and environment and you think you protect it, and you come across some throwed off street dude who don't give a about none of that. Who don't like, do you know me? Like, I'm like biggest Trap Lord Ross, man. Like, look at my game right here. These people gonna protect me and all that. What do you mean? Like, just 5 against 1, dude. Like, what are you doing? And he just upped that pole and just hit all y'all with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it too twisted now and think everybody in the streets is logical thinking and or scary or intimate or go a certain limit. You got some people who are thrown all the way off though, who will take it there. Like you see with the Nipsey situation, and Nip even knew him. Yeah, okay. From what I heard, I'm not from around there, but they're saying that the dude was a alleged snitch, and Nip said, "You a snitch, you not from around here." And Nip, knowing that this dude is a killer, like, do you know who I am? Like, what? And went to the car where this girl, I guess, was at. Came, shot the security guards and killed Nip and kicked him in the head after that. Like, do you not know? You see what I'm saying? Throw it all the way off. Like, even in prison, you got dudes who could punch a damn dude head in the brick wall. I mean, who could punch through the brick wall, who could damn murder another man with their own hands. You got I call them bears. You got bears in prison who are like gorilla silverbacks, but they might be a homosexual. They might be gay. But ain't nobody gonna put pressure on them or even call it out or even speak on it because they already know what time it is with him. Especially if he's doing letters. That's what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I'm trying to say right there. That's what I'm trying to get off. That's exactly what I'm trying to get off. Yeah. Like, dude might be dude might be a Saucy Santana and a snitch and an informant. But you too smart for your own good. Talk about, oh man, you know what they do to chomos, you know what they do to sissies or whatever in prison and all that. But you come across a throwed off person, silverback form, and bing. Even though that don't prove nothing, because you know the system is way bigger than that. But I'm just saying that that's what you call a cheddar bar moment or shoot yourself in the foot. Like, you try to take this Napoleon approach with everything, and you end up getting defeated by Haiti. You done conquer damn big countries and everything, but you just get knocked off by this island. That's what I'm trying to say. So there we go. Shouts out to you, Zahir, my bad. Yo, what's up? Guess who passed trade school for EMT? For EMT, shouts out to you. And people who are in EMT, paramedics, firefighters, y'all are serving for the country. Shouts out to y'all, because that is just, if not exactly the same or worse than deployed. I've been deployed, but that is the same experience. You never know, especially when you're an EMT. Like, you might pull up on somebody who just passed out from dehydration, and then your next call might be somebody who blown their head off or who have their family hostage and they injured themselves. It's so much stuff that y'all have to deal with, and y'all have to think quick on the swivel and be critical. So salutes to you for passing that, for real, man. Salutes to you for that. Like, firefighters, like, from my high school, we had a coach. This before I was even in, I was in middle school, but it was our coach. And it was on ESPN where the other team did a full court shot and they had scored the buzzer. They made it, but they called it off because he shot it after the buzzer went off. But it was on ESPN, Somerville High School, where they did it for the coach. He was a firefighter. He tried to go into this furniture store to save some people in there and end up getting burnt alive. And his last words was, "Tell my wife I love her." Like, so you got people who do that, like, who got to run into fire with that heavy suit on. Do y'all know how intense that is? What's our first human instinct when there's fire or heat? To run, get the hell away from it. You got people who running in there. You got people who go into, whether it's a good neighborhood or bad neighborhood where there's a school shooting or whatever it is, they pulling up to that to deal with that. So I want to do that, man. My bad. Definitely do the pronunciation out in the comment section before I end it. So is it Zahir? Zahir? Is it this right here? I'm gonna type it for you. Yeah, is it Zahir? Because I don't want to get it wrong next time. But I'm gonna end it off with that. But I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me, though. It's love. Definitely back at it with it. But I'm glad. I hope y'all could hear me out with this situation. I hope I was trying to be fair with it. I was trying to be logical with it. So here. So is Zahir? like Zaytoven. So is it Zay? First pronunciation? Zay here. Yeah, but I hope, like I said, I hope y'all hear me out with this situation right here, because I'm not trying to lean on either side, the strong civilian or strong street dude, whatever, you know, whatever it is. I'm just trying to call out the hypocrisy or the contradiction on both ends. That's all. And with Trap Lord Ross, it looked like he came prepared like he was a lawyer. So, I mean, I told you I have a clip of Trap Lord Ross where he was acting like point and shoot way back when he had rented that Rolls Royce. Don't worry, I got that clip. I got to pull that up. I got to find it after this live. But it's still on his channel. But point and shoot, we already know what side you on. You stating facts on certain areas. You know, it was logical, but you got a little carried away. You got a little kid. That's all. Yeah, Zay cool. Okay, there you go. Zay cool. All right, Zay here. All right, but yeah, I'm about to hop off, man. I appreciate y'all's love, man. Until next time, we definitely out, man. We doing big things, big boy things. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, another time.
Hey, my name is Turbo. If you like what you see on Grump's channel, please don't be afraid to donate to the channel from 50 cents all the way to $500. We appreciate all the value for value that you guys are giving. Now back to Grump's video. This is Turbo signing out.
Brother, this guy's.
I got something they need to fix about this up, man.
Worst meme that you hate about you? Like
What
memes,
worst
any
meme? Damn.
Would it be this one?
Y'all fucked up. Man, listen, I've never seen this a day in my life. I've never seen.
Hi.
Hey, you there on your phone, and you there on your smart TV, aren't you mad that Grump hasn't been posting videos consistently lately? I mean, really, what is wrong with this guy? I want you to comment down below to get Grump to do the next video or send a value for value to help him get back on track. Seriously, this is embarrassing. Grump's channel is sinking just like no jumper. All right, I'm out of here.
Die, streets hot. Oh, you miss your brother, boy, you should've died when he died. They gon' need the whole airport for us, cause they know we fly. I'm dead up.
Sometimes I can tell a nigga's a real nigga out of shape. When a nigga built like a refrigerator, you know he's a shooter. Facts. Let me tell you this. The shooters are usually extra skinny because they, like, I don't know what it is. Niggas is lactose intolerant or they're just shaped weird. You feel me? It's just two of them. It's two builds of a shooter. A shooter is either skinny as fuck, you see every rib, that you know he can't fight, period. I've never seen a buff shooter. Let's be honest. Have you ever seen a buff shooter?
Pull your ass right here. I'll pull your ass right here. What I want? Yeah, all right, yeah. Where you at with it? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at with it? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at with it? Nigga, that's my hat, nigga. That's my hat. That's my hat. Bro, take my shoes off, bro. Look, I sit in the room, bro. I told you to step my shoes.
Multiple times I've been on stage with House Phone. We're the only two people with mics, and he'll say to the audience, "Everybody say," and then he says the hard R, and like, you know, usually it's like fucking like 5% of people say it back, and it is the fucking most awkward thing in the world. So I'm not like what.
Do and how fucked up your spending habits are when it comes to that weed. The shit you will do to get some weed. what you look like when you don't have the weed. Could you imagine people like knowing that shit, knowing what your weakness is? Nobody's saying what's right. Nobody's saying anything from the heart. If a motherfucker said, if the child or the ex-wife would have said, my nigga, you just a fucking crackhead, it would have been better if you just fucking died, because you embarrassing the fuck out of us. That should have goddamn get you back in the game.
What happened is the boule. Let Kaya come in, and now it's Sexy Red. Go ahead, Mo. You want to talk about the prisons? Go ahead. Right. Go ahead. And what happened is the boule blacks are getting cut out the picture, because before you had to have black, gatekeepers that have their eyes and ears on the streets looking for the next new artist and the up and coming artists. Now it's all done on social media. Right. So the people actually pick directly who they want. So there's no need for the black executive no more. You don't have these high profile positions like you used to in these record companies. Nope. So I'm just to wrap on that topic. It is what it is, but there is a consequence. They're out.
How to invest in legalese. Like, there's a double language you can invest in. You can buy words. You can buy colors. You can buy property. It's anything. It's just basically making money. Why sit around and scroll through Twitter or something like that when you go on a share of it? Every time somebody makes something, or every time somebody download it and they get a share of it, why don't you get a share of it? Or every time you buy some Jordans, why don't you? I live for this shit. I die for this shit right now. If two people came to my window, a black and a white, and say, you can't be this equal, I would literally look at their ass and tell them to smoke me. You can get on any of my platforms and ask anybody. I live by this shit. First time I ever told somebody this shit when I was a young child, I told a racist I smoked their ass for trying that shit.
It was dope.